Hello everyone, VJ's832 back with another What's on Deck. Not really a whole lot going on this week, but a few things definitely need to be addressed. So let's get on to it. First of all, on Kickstarter, we got this 52 Live Up. It's a plane/challenge cards game. It's a deck of cards, but it's got a little added component to it. Again, further proof that you can't just throw anything on playing cards like these guys have. Just ridiculous. I'm guessing this is the back design. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, it says back card view. It's horrendous, obviously. Too much writing. One-way back design. Borderless. Black borders. Black backs with white faces. Just a whole bunch of stuff going on. Nothing going on the faces other than lots of writing. Make a book, not a deck of cards for something like this. It's some kind of life challenge thing. My biggest concern is that they got 7 backers and they have over $1,000 pledged. This is because there's one person who is known to the creator that pledged $1,000. That is misrepresentation of support, which is against Kickstarter terms, in my opinion. And also, it could be seen as either a donation or an investment, or like I said, a misrepresentation of support, none of which is allowed on Kickstarter. And this, I think it should just be shut down. It's not going to fund anyway. I highly doubt it, unless their friends and relatives start pouring in more support, which is not going to happen. I doubt it. But it's not in the spirit of Kickstarter to be doing crap like that. Anyway, let's move on. Something a little more exciting. This just launched today. It's Reproduction 1916 silent film playing cards from Charles Epting, first-time creator. Apparently it's from silentfilmquarterly.com. Why anyone needs something like that, I don't know. I mean, silent films, they're 100 years out of date, obviously. And there's very few, I'm sure there's very few people who are interested in them or who are fans of them, and less as the years go by. But, I mean, it's a nice reproduction deck. You can see there's silent film stars on the faces, none of which I have heard of, except for maybe Chaplin if he's on there. Which it should be. The back design is just a country western theme. It's fine for what it is. No idea who's producing it. Very small goal. It's gonna fund. It's already 70% funded. 29 days still to go. It's just a matter of time. So if you're interested in it, I mean, by all means. But you're not gonna get a extremely good quality deck, that's for sure. 52 Live Up, by the way, is 34% funded with 23 days. Next up, another one that I am not extremely excited about. Disturb Reality playing cards, Leftovers from Jarek 120. Extremely well funded. It's almost 300,000% funded because he had a $1 goal. The mere point of this project is just to resell all his extra decks. Anything that he didn't sell in the first project. Which is a no-no. Again, this is against Kickstarter terms. You cannot resell products on Kickstarter. And this is not creating anything new. It's stupid. Shouldn't be allowed. I think everyone should report it. I've already done that and even, brought it up on their Twitter. And hasn't helped. But it's just, if you missed out, it's giving you another chance to buy them. The biggest thing is that I'm getting out of this is that Jarek is lazy. I mean, why not just put these on eBay and or Amazon and or create a website and sell them that way? It also tells me that no resellers, no playing card websites had any interest in this product because he has so many X's that he has to resell them on here. I'm also not sure how he is going to control stock. Does he really have that many extra that he can afford to just, sell as many as possible? He's also selling t-shirts and beanies and other stuff. But again, it's against Kickstarter's terms, and it says here the only improbable thing that could happen is that all the cards get sold and he can't fulfill everyone's order, in which case this will be a first come, first served project, and he'll refund anyone's orders that cannot be fulfilled. Again, why would you do a project if you're going to have an issue like that? And why not just limit everything? Say, okay, I'm going to have 10 of these, 10 of these, 10 of these. Have limited tiers, which he does have for some, but not for all of them. He's got way too many tiers as well. You want to sell the decks? Here you go. Here's one deck. Here's six decks, a pair of decks, a brick. That's it. It's just... frustrated with crap like this on Kickstarter. Next up is this one. Royal Brownie playing cards from Roman Kotiv and Nora Arts, NPCC. Only 400 decks produced. I already got one of these a few months ago, and I did a review on it. Extremely well funded. Only $1,000 goal, and is at over $8,000 right now. That's over 800% funded, with 15 days to go. Is almost sold out. You can still get a pair of decks. You can get 3 decks. You can get 4, and you can get 6. And it's pretty expensive. 6 decks for $132, but it is pretty limited and rare. The artwork is the same as the previous Brandley deck on the faces, as you can see. The backs are different, and you'll see that right there. And you can see the tuck case here, pretty cool. The biggest feature of this deck is this velvet case that the cards come in. That's what the case looks like. It's a velvet case. And then there's this paper slip cover that comes on top of that. It's pretty nice for what it is. Like I said, you can check out a review on my channel and check it out if you want to see it a little bit better. Looks like golden metallic inks. And that's that. Next up, I really don't want to have to talk about this one again, but it's here. It's back. Carrot limited edition playing cards from Jason Nguyen, Ideal Playing Cards, which is turning into a not so ideal playing card company, because that's what it is. Currently is 18% funded, 19 days to go. The chances of funding are not so good, just like all his other projects. There is a bigger chance of this project being cancelled than there is of it funding. I guarantee you that. I'm willing to put money or playing cards on the line. Because he's had, this is his 11th project now. He has not had one successful project. Most of them, including the first 2 times that he did the carrot playing cards, were cancelled. He has serious commitment issues with his projects and his art, that he's always changing his mind and canceling projects and trying new stuff. That, the biggest issue is, why would anyone want to have any kind of commitment to him, or his projects, I should say, when he doesn't have any commitment to them? Overall, there's nothing horrible about the decks. It's just, he hasn't shown us, anything good about his campaign style, about his projects. He hasn't produced anything. He hasn't gotten anywhere close to producing anything. He's always canceling stuff. And it turns off backwards. And it's going to be hard for him to fund anything going forward with this many failures and cancellations. And it's just, it's not going to happen. Moving along, let's talk about some non-Kickstarter things. First of all, White Tally Hose from Penguin Magic, not available yet. They will be available probably in January sometime. There you see the art, pretty nice. This was from the 52 plus Joker convention. There was some kind of an issue, I saw it here, with the tuck cases. Yeah, they were going to release them in November. There was flaws in a decent sized chunk of the tuck cases. So it's gone back to USB-C. They're going to fix it, and it'll probably be released sometime in January. A little bit disappointing, but this makes you hope they'll be worth the wait. There was one other thing I wanted to mention on Penguin Magic. And that is this deck, the Christmas deck from Natalie Silva. Still available. They have less than 300 decks available. It was put on a pre-sale a couple weeks ago. They finally got them, and they're shipping them out. Here you see the back design. It's very reminiscent of her Russian deck. And they are transformation style cards. Printed by USB-C. Whoops, it's loading. There you go. Hey, look at that. It's Rudolph. Apparently he's a queen. Just a fun deck, Christmas deck, and make a good stocking stuffer, I'm sure. And this would be her first non-Kickstarter deck, and it's nice to see her working with Penguin Magic. And that's that. It's USB-C made, has a couple of double backers, completely custom, limited edition, and of course this has Christmas colors to it with red, white, and green. And check out the box. It's a Christmas present. I like it. I'm definitely going to be a fan of this one. I'm looking forward to it. Check it out. Moving on. Raven playing cards. Coming sometime next year to Kickstarter, designed by Lorenzo Gazziotti, with a fairly standard scheme to the court cards. It is being put out by a Swedish female magician named Caroline Raven, as you can see. Beautiful ace of spades. Nice back design. A couple of gaff cards. And, like I said, a fairly standard court card scheme, although they've been fixed up a little bit. Check it out, they fixed the hands so they actually look like a hand a little bit more instead of a paw. So pretty cool. Coming, like I said, sometime early next year, or hopefully early next year to Kickstarter. Should do pretty well. Looks like there might be a couple of colors. Then there is this one I want to tell you about from my friends at Elephant Playing Cards. Ben Jones. I just got a Black Edition deck, a prototype Black Edition deck to review, which is it's got a few cards that are incomplete, but I will review it sometime in the beginning of the new year. It's coming January 12th to Kickstarter, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific time. As you can see, there you see the back design and the two top cases, Black Edition, Red Edition. Pretty cool decks. Transformational theme. As you can see, it's all about these Pipmen on there, and the back design has Pipmen all over it. And that is that one. One more little thing to tell you about. Midnight Cards has launched. They are now selling decks on their website. Midnight Bolorama cards and Draconians. And speaking of which, I think I mentioned the Draconian Brimstone deck, which is a red colored Draconian deck that was released, or will be released for the 50 for the grinders playing cards on backer kit, and I'm going to be able to get them elsewhere later on, but they look pretty nice. Also, if I didn't mention that Albino Dragon will be closing down their shop at the end of the year because apparently too many issues. I would like to think that they would have less issues if they weren't trying to sell playing cards that are only available to Americans and or Brits and or Canadians in some cases. But that is their prerogative. They want to create decks that are based on movies or books or whatever, and they can only get licensing for this country or that country. And then they want to complain that they got issues with it and issues with fulfillment and whatnot. Well, that all falls back onto you basically. But they will be selling them via Amazon and I'm guessing eBay. Amazon for sure. Look at that, they actually got some USB-C decks in stock. If you have any of their points, whatever they're calling them, their rewards, you might want to use them before the site closes down. I don't have enough for anything, so I'm not concerned about it, and I'm done with them anyway. Apparently the creator doesn't like me for some reason. Go figure. I'm a likable guy, I think. Is there anything else I wanted to mention? Well, I should mention that Illusionist has been having sales like every day. They've been promoting stuff via emails. I'm getting spammed by them every day. Oh, we got this on sale. We got that on sale. Go away. Leave me alone. And Art of Play also has been sending out promos every day. They will be doing so until Christmas time. They've been having decks on sale, discounts, etc., etc. But again, who wants to pay for shipping every other day or every couple of days on their website? It begs the question how they can expect customers to be coming back and back and back and doing stuff like that. Like I'm not gonna pay for shipping every couple of days, every few days on their website just to get stuff. It's not worth it for me, and it's not worth it for most international customers. And Theory 11, of course, they got the spinning wheel going on, which is a lot better than Illusionist Card Wars because you actually win stuff almost every time you spin it, and you get free spins every day. You can win points. You can win a deck of cards. I know a couple of people, 3 people at least, that have won gold monarchs. I was not one of them, unfortunately. And there's other decks you can win, and there's other prizes, but the chances of winning some of these other prizes are pretty rare, pretty hard to come by. And it seems like if you spend money, you got a better chance of winning something. Like I placed an order and I won 500 points. Outside of that, I've won nothing and or 25 to 100 points each time. It sucks when you get a free spin and then you win nothing. But anyways, it's better than what Illusionist is doing. Better than Card Wars. At least you have a chance of winning points every day or two at least. And that is that. By the way, if you're still waiting for the Black Lions playing cards from David Blaine, you're going to have to keep on waiting a little while longer. The Black Lions, very few people have gotten them. What happened was they got some kind of a small delivery from USB-C and they shipped them out. The rest of the decks, the majority of them, got sent to the wrong fulfillment center. USB-C went, oops, my bad. And they shipped them apparently as fast as they could, or are shipping them as fast as they can, to Gambler's Warehouse. For some reason, as far as I know, they haven't gotten anything yet. And my biggest problem is that through all of this, neither David Blaine nor Gambler's Warehouse, who's doing fulfillment, have bothered to say anything to the customers, to say, oops, there was a screw up, USB-C sent it to the wrong place, there's a delay. Not one person has said anything. They've just been silent, and that to me is a no-no, as we know from all the Kickstarter projects. Say something, admit you screwed up, don't keep silent. By the way, if you send a message to David Blaine, you'll probably get a discount code. So send him a message, complain, and you might get some discounts on a future sale. That is what I've got for today. Sorry if I'm complaining and whining a lot, but Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. See you next time. Next week with more.